Your starters on your screen, so nothing different from the starting unit we saw in the last game. A first for Bella Belen going up against a complete Creamline, especially yung ka-birthday niya. That Coach Devito started with, and that last win they scored against Chocomucho. And here we go, who will score first in today's matchup? Nabor is giving it to Jimenez. There was blocked at Dots Carlos. Oh, she will score first. Maglanza, like you mentioned, also in double digits in that game against Zeus. That one's inside, so early activation of the middle here, which is something that Capital One really needs to do.
Also going to help them when you activate the middles, you will give more space to Bella Belen. Being able to support her numbers.
Yeah.
She has been consistent after 4 outings, almost 25 points per game. So that just means she can score a single set ng buo para sa team niya. So the other players always have to.
Panaga also with aces all over the place. Like you mentioned, she is the 4th best server in the league. And we're now 5-all. A very fast-paced opening frame. And same. Sabi ni Pons, kaya ko rin yan. Control the direction of their balls. And now the ace. Bernadette Pons is also one of the top scorers. She is actually in the 4th place. Good first ball. Carlos coming from the left side now. Exchanges are always extended here this first set.
Creamline had that unforced error, so that was a point for Capital One. Just have to keep that ball in play.
Pons again. And good try. And you got a hand on it, which is...
Rina was there for the pickup.
Yeah.
No follow-up from the other defenders.
And the spike of the set brought to you by Dunkin' Pasalubong ng Bayan. Good timing there. That connection between Gia de Guzman and Bea de Leon. And she is also the 8th best receiver, so an all-around player, Bella Belen. Ball still up. Galanza now in the front. Look at that stop by Doromal. Good exchanges. We're liking the defense. And the rally goes on. Good coverage by Bella. Reverse. Everybody's on the floor. Galanza. Still ball is up. And that one got away. Nerves from Bernadette Pons. But she delivers every time. Here comes Creamline. Oh, almost. And Gia gets a chance to score again, and she tried it one more time. Good defense coming from Capital One. This time to Galanza. The crowd is loving the action here in San Juan. Nabor with that running attack to Gaston. Picked up also. Who's going up? Belen from back row. Easy pickings for Creamline. Galanza still stopped. Oh, naputo pa rin. Great heads up from both sides of the court. Finally! Gia de Guzman.
Gia de Guzman being the aggressive setter that she is. But at least this all-Filipino conference just puts an end to that long rally. You have to commend both.
She's one of the holdovers of Capital One. And that was still good. So that is a quick point for Creamline.
In the right spot so that Pangs can get a good swing.
Lead extends to 4 points for the Cool Smashers. Dorador stopped. And Doromal tried, couldn't make it. Your other favorite players make their way onto the court. Coming from behind. Good stop there by Gia de Guzman. Galanza with a soft touch and Adorador with good defense. Reverse to Carlos. From the back, Gia again, taking her out of the play. Where will Gia go? That was a quick one. Very quick. Works for de Guzman.
Struggling right now, pagdating sa first attack, matagal sila in certain rotations, kaya magbabala. Kanino pupunta si Gia de Guzman?
Well, she certainly has a lot of options, and she is able to exercise those options. And the blocking has been good, but the defense better for Capital One, keeping the ball alive. Gemma Galanza again, good rebound. Back row attack, Cruz just getting it over. Got Carlos with the answer, and she will get it off the hands.
This is the biggest lead so far for the two Smashers at 7. Currently the top scorer and top option for Creamline. He has a higher efficiency rate so far in the front line compared to those back row hits. Dahil out of system na yung back row hits ng Solar Spikers.
And yan naman ang hindi problema sa Creamline. Kahit ano pang ikot niyan, kahit sino pang nasa harap, whether it's Tots. That's tough first ball there. Nagawa ng paraan. Cruz will hit it. Good stop there by Gemma. Smart play, Tots Carlos, so controlled. And tignan mo, she really made it land exactly where she wanted the ball to go. Blockers are there, but that's outside. Leila Cruz, again, second point for her.
This is a tall front line. Leila Cruz and Ezra Madrigal can take care of the net defense for the Solar Spikers, and it's up to Bella Belen to score those points.
Well, that's one. She goes deep. Looking for zone 6 there.
Yung offense. Just have to hit your targets to be able to score. Ooh, wow. Where did that come from? Tots Carlos of the combination play.
Old names in Capital One, but as you see on your screens, on the court, the Cherry Tigo players coming in, really making a difference also. Pons is in front. One more chance here at set point. Pons timing it, and she goes for the soft one. You see that? Just timing the ball and opting for the right play. And it became easier and easier for Creamline. At first, medyo dinitikit na sila ng
Tapia will be replacing Shaya Odorador. That outside hitter possession.
Galanza, again with a soft touch. As you know, they're doing that a lot. Just really using a variety. Know the game, and the volleyball IQ is just so high.
You have to keep him guessing.
Yeah.
You have to go for those deep zones. Sometimes go for those soft touches.
And also Pax Panaga.
You have to focus on that first ball.
Tough serves coming from Gia. Tapia getting it over. Galanza going deep. Belen with the answer. One more time for Tapia. And this is Capital One looking for the players that may not have been scouted as well. And this is just the first of our doubleheader today. Later on, we've got the sister team Zeus and Farm Fresh going up against each other. Shikiro Apuno here with Neil Flores, Kyla Castillo. And we're glad you're joining us on this Saturday. That one called
into the pond,
outside, off of Cap One, and
Bella Belen already in double digits after that swing. She's on her way to the same average.
And again, Tapia coming out of nowhere there. Right pin now, Leila Cruz, ball still alive. Creamline, ayaw magpalapag ng bola. Pon sending it to the back. Good defense for Capital One. And that's a transition that you're talking about, Neil. If you're able to.
It's playable.
Right.
As long as included sa offensive pattern yung middle and opposite, they can.
Once again, going cross-court. Inside set, the lines judge ang tulis nun. Oh, great timing there. Hang time. And a quick point here for Creamline.
I think that is the advantage of Creamline right now. Yung middles nila is always medyo
Lalabas.
mahirap basahin kung saan
Babagsak.
pupunta yung bola.
Oh, it's a good receive there from Pons. But again, good heads up here for CAPITAL1. Another chance here for Creamline to regroup. And that quick, that one working well for Gia and VDL.
Yeah.
Combination attack.
Yung palo ni Gemma Galanza.
Tapia again, coming strong. Galanza with a cover. Leila Cruz stopped by Galanza. Back row attack. What a pickup there by Nierva. Ooh. It's a lot of scrambling from the CAPITAL1 side. And the stop by Bella.
Nakangiti pa.
Oh. And here we go, these rallies again. When will it end? Now, said Bernadette Pons, is using the hands of her blocker.
Bernadette Pons.
Wow, that was a highlight there, yeah.
From Bella Belen. Like she just knows that she's in the right position every time when they're defending.
April Tapia spending some time in the service line. With a string of points here from CAPITAL1, and the streak is broken. Big serve. Revilla took care of that one. Tapia bring the ball up. And Diego's also on the court now. Creamline scrambling. Lori Bernardo with a swing. Tolenada with a stop. Back row attack. Bella Belen, point number 16.
From the front to the back row, she's been targeting zone number 1. Wala pa rin masyadong adjustments in the back row.
Coach Debrito reminded the girls the transition, use the good stops and take advantage of those and convert them to points, which is what we're seeing from CAPITAL1. Thoughts? It's quiet of late. And again, Nunag, this time caught by Carlos. Again, a broken play. Diegos will go up for the attack from the right pin, and she gets it. De Leon a little too far from the net.
Built by the Solar Spikers. But Belen has found ways to score
From wherever.
From wherever.
Even from the service line, actually. Here's a chance again for CAPITAL1. Back row attack. Bella using the net to her favor. And Bella, the scoring machine. Good cover by Niegos. Tapia. That one into the net. A little too far. Back row attack. Bella picked up by Gia de Guzman. Carlos will score. Not yet. Ball kept alive by CAPITAL1. But there's going to be a challenge from Creamline.
Then two attackers in the back in Cruz and Belen.
Tapia will get at the setup. Perfect pass there from Pons and Galanza. That's been quiet. Of Creamline to stay in the game, no matter the deficit, no matter the lead of their opponents.
That's an impact play right there.
Yeah.
Can change the tides for the Cool Smashers. Shai Adorador is now back for CAPITAL1. Out of system play for the Solar Spikers.
Good coverage by Revilla. Here comes Gemma once again. Belen challenging Bella Belen in the back, and we are tied at 23.
They can be down by 4 points, but as long as their defense is intact and they're hitting their targets on the service line, ang dali para pumuntos in transition. They're slowing down the defense of Capital One by targeting Bella Belen.
And they're able to get the ball. This time it's outside. So this is what Capital One has been waiting for. And it's right there at their heels. And you know, this team hindi natitinag.
Capital One can end this with a kill block. They have a tall front line.
Carlos. Ball still in play. Bella Belen from back row. Gia de Guzman. Easy pickings for her. Galanza coming from the right pin now. And talk about Gemma Galanza. Good pass there from Belen. Leila Cruz. Ball back to Capital One. Back row attack, Belen. Galanza was there for the defense. Pons is in the front. Here's another shot for Bernadette Pons.
Was there a block touch? There was no block touch, so the comeback. The hands of the blockers of Capital One. Pressure is now on Capital One.
Nabor reverse. Picked up by Galanza. Here comes Pons going deep. Bella Belen with the cover. Leila Cruz will attack. Outside. Untouched. They're looking for a touch. Adoradora Singh. This is a must-win third set for Capital One. Good blocking. And these combination attacks, I don't think that went over. That's going to be 4 touches.
Wala pa dyan yung mga defensive contributions niya in reception and digging.
Saka third set pa lang tayo. Whoa! That's huge. And she's also receiving well. Talking about Bella and her all-around game. But solo block. The second set. Bernadette Pons wants to change things early. So Coach Jorge trying to figure out which mix of players is best for Capital One. Good save there by Panaga. Normal setting up Leila Cruz. Blockers are there for Creamline. One more chance for the Solar Spikers. De Guzman pushing it to Pons. Oh, alanganin yun, pero
Paano dedepensahan si Belen? At sagot daw ng ates niya, itaas mo lang. Simple pero umaapaw sa tiwala. Jan continued to share vulnerably that during her first game with the Cool Smashers, it is their pivot. Tied at 1 set apiece now. Let's see if Capital One can weather the cool response from Creamline. Chicky and Neil.
well, Capital One had stronger starts, in fact, in the second set. But this is a must-win situation for the Solar Spikers. So Creamline, after that comeback in the second set, now really giving Capital One's fans reason to worry.
Franz Ronquillo is now in the ball game. People might have forgotten that she was.
Tough serve, taken care of there by Galanza. Ball right back. And quick point here for Capital One, which is what they need.
Cherry Nunag has also maintained her position in the starting unit for Capital One.
Again, Pons. Good stop there. Capital One keeps it in play. Belen, dug by Galanza. Pons going cross court. Vita was there. That one gets past. Belen again going deep, too deep. But there is a
lead change na naman for Capital One, kagaya ng set number 2. The best plan for Capital One is to build a big lead para kahit papano may allowance ka heading dun sa tail end.
Once again, Bella Belen using her shoulder to keep that ball in play. She goes up for the attack, and talk about the one-man transition. Bella Belen unstoppable. unstoppable. Be ready to get the ball. And naseeing it talaga niyo. The spike of the set brought to you by Duncan. Pasalubong ng bayan. That is how you hit down the line.
Another clean hit.
Capital One should really build on a big lead, but I think it's been determined there's no such thing as a safe lead against Creamline. Galanza stopped. Ronquillo there with a good pass. Belen again. Dug this time by Tots Carlos. Galanza with a counter. Belen one more time. Revilla was there. Galanza. Coverage by Niegos. Ball gets across. De Guzman looking for Galanza. It was a combination attack.
But Capital One was getting a lot of good block touches against Gemma Galanza, so she decided to go for that combination play. Only one blocker against Gemma Galanza.
From the first receive, pero ito in the middle of a long rally, she manages to get a combination attack going. Hit out again. Bella Belen. I think we're counting 23 already for Bella. Almost an ace there. That combination attack again. Even with the net getting in the way, that as well.
Capital One can't seem to get a break point.
I think that gets Gemma Galanza in the 10-point mark. That
Even
was a four-setter with Bernadette Pons scoring the
That
most.
will be successful
Yes.
for Creamline.
That's right.
Gia de Guzman was able to save that ball. An outright ace. Gusto lang nila makuha yung shank pass from Capital One to delay their offense.
Oh, what an answer there. Ball goes across the way. I think there was a... Here comes Bella one more time. But Pons, they're able to stop Bella Belen in these last sequences and convert these stops to points. And that has been working really for Creamline.
Offense ng Creamline yung nakakatulong sa kanila when it comes to the comeback trail.
Shikiro Puno with Neil Flores and Kyla Castillo. Creamline wants to end in 3. It was a catch-up job in the second set that got them in this position. But Capital One showing a lot of good defense, a lot of fight. Belen again, hitting it out. Off of the hands of Gia de Guzman. Deficit for Capital One, but they're certainly not out of it yet. Whoa, Gemma Galanza is dominating in this third set. Good stop there by Revilla. Whoa, that block. The set was a little too far from the net.
And talagang Creamline cracked their defense open. Yes, nasa harapat si Bella, but there are certain sequences na hindi maganda yung pasa na nakukuha nila. That ball won't go over.
But come on, A for effort. And good first ball by Galanza. Almost, but not a save there by Viorvina. You know, Bella Belen already is delivering as expected with her 24 points, but it's going to take a lot more for the Solar Spikers to go against Creamline. Chedi Munag also on the court. Will she get that set? Reverse to Ronquillo. Blockers are there for Creamline. Niegos from the right pin. And Panaga just keeps sending the ball right back. Oh, a lucky one. Ronquillo manages to score off of that one. Panaga has been really working hard at the front, doing her job. And that's a hit out. Buhay pa rin ang Solar Spikers. They have 4 points they need to make up. This is still match point for Creamline. Oh, good stop. Back row attack, Niegos. Broken play. Carlos, still unstoppable, and she will win it for Creamline. She won the first set and the third. And it is a sweep for the Cool Smashers, putting them in a good position